So, I thought I'd finally post an update to my first video. Full disclosure, I'm on the board of a nonprofit, community-based service dog program in the upstate of South Carolina called Service Dogs for Veterans. I will leave a link in the description if you're interested. So now that you have the recommendation letter, the next thing you will need to do is determine where to get your service dog. This may be influenced by what is actually available in your area. The main choices you have are for either a for-profit or a nonprofit organization, or a national versus a local or community organization. There are benefits and drawbacks to each, but I will try to explain that here. In general, for-profit just means the dog will end up being more expensive. Prices are higher because they need to pay for all their operating expenses and still generate a profit above that. This doesn't necessarily mean that you will pay more out of pocket, because a lot of these organizations have fundraising as a big part of the program. But because of the high value of these dogs, it also means there are a lot of unscrupulous businesses out there. Nonprofit organizations tend to be a little bit less expensive because they only need to offset their operating expenses, and they often receive donations from the community due to the tax benefits. The benefits of a national program is that you, supposedly, get a fully trained dog without having to participate in the training. There is often a short, concentrated orientation period where you meet the dog and you learn the basic commands, and then you're just sent home. There likely isn't much more actual training involved, so if you encounter problems later on, you may not know what to do. There is also frequently a long waiting list for this type of program. This time is filled with fundraising to help you offset costs. Community-based programs tend to be a bit different. Costs are frequently quite a bit lower, but will still be offset by fundraising. You might be able to use your own dog if it seems to be of a reasonable size and temperament, or the program may offer to find you a dog through a rescue or other means. You will usually get the dog right away, and both of you will go through the training together. The advantage of this method is that you and your dog will bond while learning to communicate, all under the supervision of certified trainers. By the time you have advanced through all of the training, you will be a confident service dog team, and you will know how to deal with the common circumstances service dog teams encounter when in public. Being local, there can be more follow-up, including refresher courses, as well as events and functions to participate in. We can also be there as a support system for emergencies for our graduates. Obviously, I am encouraging a community-based program, but there are good reasons one might have to go for the for-profit model. The main reason being availability. If you don't have anything local, then you simply have to go with what you can find. Now that I've described the main types of organizations where you can get a service dog, I do want to explain one more thing. You don't actually need to do any of that. It's perfectly legal to train your own service dog without paying anyone else. I don't recommend this in general because if you need a service dog, you're probably not having the easiest time with life right now, and it helps to have someone else guide you through this process instead of trying to figure it all out for yourself. There's a friendship and camaraderie you develop with staff and other veterans who are in training, and this can be very supportive. Many of our graduate teams have returned to help the organization as volunteers, continually reinforcing their training. No matter which path you choose, please do your due diligence and research the business in advance. If possible, talk to former customers or graduates to see what their experience was like. And please feel free to leave a comment below, and I will try to help in any way I can.